Yo, 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 and welcome back to the Banter Boys podcast. My name is Sanji. With me is Ryan. How are you doing, boy?
Welcome. I don't know, man. It was a weird weekend.
Dude, somebody collapsed on the pitch.
Yeah, it's becoming too common, yo.
A little too common. I was okay if they scrapped the game week, though. Honestly, there was too much debate on Twitter and shit, about one side is like, oh, you gotta care about humanity. The other side is, oh, we care about points.
Yeah, there was some ugly sides that, for sure.
Very, very. I know some people are in our chats and stuff, they who shall not be named made sly jokes about stuff like this, but it's not cool, man. It's not cool.
No, yeah. I guess, especially once they realize the gravity of the situation.
I immediately thought about Ericsson in the Euros.
Yeah, same.
That shit shook me to my fucking core, man.
Yep. I mean, look at him. He's back. He's playing footy again.
Yep.
Even Lockyer, right? Happened before. You gotta think this is it for his career, though.
You'd think so. What's crazy is last pod as well. We brought up the whole Luton inside tracks. We actually talked about that. That was mentioned.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. But like you said, focus on the positive. He's still with us. Good health, good condition. But yeah, hopefully, the wise thing would be just call it quits. And yeah, I'm curious how Luton are going to bounce back as a club. Either I feel like this goes one of two ways. Is they either fall apart sort of thing because they've kind of lost their captain, their leader at the back, or they this galvanizes them.
Right. And look at what Everton's done since the 10-point loss, right? They've just become a force.
Yeah. So
it can easily be that this is a catalyst for, getting out of that relegation zone, possibly, maybe.
Yeah. Their home form was fantastic. Maybe this kickstarts their away form. They scored the first fucking goal of that Bournemouth game. So, I know, we plugged all the Bournemouth defenders, and, that was the first goal to go in on the Saturday. I was just oh, fuck, of course.
They still goes through well.
Yeah, they did.
Does it count if they can't see the points anymore?
Oh god, yeah, that's another drama. Man, Fatrax fell apart. Everything went into chaos because of this event and this game and everything like that. People were still they did not handle it well. And people were still DMing me up to a few hours ago, hey, what did you guys do in your home league about this whole Bournemouth Luton situation? And in my head, I'm just bruh, I don't even know what to say. It's not in our control. It's we're just going with whatever popular decision it is, and fuck, man. Do people really care that much?
So let's timestamp it. We're recording on, I guess, Sunday. Well, early Monday morning, I guess for you. It's 2 a.m. by you?
Yeah. Commitment.
Just before midnight for me, but there's still this disclaimer on the Fantrax website saying, we're awaiting the official determination from the Premier League. What's going to happen? We'll post an update as soon as we know, right? The game week's not over, guys.
Yeah, it's crazy. Even the FPL website. Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, who knows how this is all going to play out, man. A lot of leagues can swing in various ways, and yeah, people think they might just pick up where they left off in the 60th minute or whatever of the game. Maybe there's a double game week. They totally null this. But yeah, whatever, man. It's let's just move on to the next game week.
Correct.
And, hopefully things kind of just settle in a positive way for everyone moving forward. So.
Yeah, and it kind of highlights that there are more important things in life, right?
100%. All right.
That said, I want my wins, man.
So just a reminder, this is another waiver pod. So this is another short one coming at you. So I guess I should probably also do social plugs before I do the whole spiel and stuff. So Ross, can you just let the people know what is up right here?
Yeah, for sure. So you can message us on Twitter and Instagram. Our handles at BantaB. On Discord in the Draft PL channel, Banta Boys #6585. On Reddit, /Banta_Boys. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, and YouTube, all under the name of Banta Boys.
All right. So hopefully you've listened to us. Like, follow, 5 stars as well on Spotify, YouTube, any and every platform. All we're asking is a click of a button. Only takes a couple of seconds to help us grow our brand, spread the awareness, share the content, that sort of stuff. Would really, really appreciate it. So if this is your first time listening to the Banter Boys podcast, welcome. We are a Fantrax podcast. We cover everything in the default version of the game. So like I mentioned before, social plug, this episode is just purely waivers. We will try and do a regular pod in a couple of days and try to get that to you before the game week starts. I'm away at a conference, but I have a feeling I'm just gonna take my mic because one of my coworkers messaged me, like the one I was planning to be serious at the conference with. Turns out he came down with a bout of COVID with his flatmate. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be out pumping too late, or liming too late. I don't think I can use the word pumping freely. Not everyone understands Trinidadian logo the same way we do. That has a totally different connotation.
Yeah, true. But then you say liming right after. I mean, I guess everybody knows what liming is by now.
Yeah, I mean, if they listen to us, they should know, right?
They should.
So I might just take my mic and record at the hotel. So just heads up.
So I mean, it is a earlier start than usual. Thursday game week.
Weird deadline.
Very weird deadline. But so it goes. I guess one waiver window for most leagues then.
I mean, I don't know if it's weirder than having like a game week, a match day on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. I mean, Boxing Day is tradition.
Yeah.
Can't get rid of that.
Yeah. Yeah. True. Just the one waiver window, so hopefully we can cover everything within the short space of time. So
but what do you think leagues are going to do? You think they're going to just cancel the Friday waivers then? Because it probably doesn't make sense, does it?
Why not? I
guess
because it's the middle of the week.
Yeah.
I feel like leagues will just forget and they'll let it process,
okay. It probably works out. I mean, the Thursday people should be on 24-hour hold.
Yeah.
So you can't get them back. And then...
Exactly. Good point.
The Friday people... pretty much 9 games you have to waiver in the second round from on Friday morning, I guess.
Yeah.
Weird,
true.
But okay.
I mean, put them in, see how it goes. Like, if you have any doubts, confusions, questions, it's the best place to come get the answer.
Discord.
Yeah. All right, cool. I think let's get started. So we're going to talk about blank game week 18.
Oh, right.
Yeah. First one of those fancy game weeks, But yeah, no Man City, no Brentford on the menu. So as always, we're going to start off with our favorite position, goalkeepers.
So I grabbed this guy, Petrovic. Did well.
Yeah?
Not as well as the person I dropped, which was Dubravka.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. So I was worried about his shoulder injury and all that news circulating. So I grabbed Petrovic pretty early in the week. Then to see Dubravka make it for the Champions League. And then I was just like, oh, well.
Second highest goalkeeper score this game week.
That's okay.
What's worse is that the fucking highest score was bloody Onana.
Yeah. But I mean, a lot of clean sheets this game week. Some of the players we shouted did decent enough.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Dubrovka's just over 40% now, so people clearly took our advice.
Yeah, he's at what, 41?
So it paid off. So,
But Petrovic, I guess the fixtures are still easy, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Wolves, Palace, Luton, Fulham.
Yeah. I mean, Palace just drew 2-2 with City, so is that an easy fixture? Like,
I feel like they always poison City though. Like,
yeah, that's true. Go back to like the Townsend screamer.
yeah.
But yeah, I still like Petrovic. Like, I still think we should be able to keep clean sheets and stuff. But yeah,
Right.
let's see.
So, surely, I mean, Edison. Let's just think nobody should own Edison as a goalkeeper, but he finished the game week with -6, as in he conceded 2, got a yellow card, and did nothing else.
Yeah, I lost my dynasty matchup by like 3 points, and I started Edison. If I didn't start Edison, I would have won.
Yeah, so we always won against it, right? But surely those who own Edison, who own Flecken, need a replacement this game week. Who you like the most?
Interesting. Under 40% owned, obviously.
Obviously, Flappy or Petrovic. I feel like
Actually, I don't mind Flappy.
yeah, I feel
Flappy-
like it's between Turner, Flappy, and Petrovic, right? Oh, Dean is there.
Yo, Dean is back on the menu too. Yeah. And Dean did how did Dean do this game week anyways? I don't think
he got
he did
like 9 points. So he got 6 saves, conceded a few. So not bad, I don't think.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
What do you get?
He got 10.5.
10. Okay.
And I mean, against Brighton, I feel like Brighton are going to shoot. Also, you talked about it last time. Like, Brighton's having these inconsistent results, and it showed again against Arsenal. I heard they basically had, 0 shots in, 45 minutes or something like that.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I benched Ferguson, but I think I saw his score was like a fat 0 or something.
Yeah. Dude, Mitoma got, -0.5 or some shit.
What?
Yeah, I swear he got, 1 key pass and a yellow card or some shit. I had him in Dino as well. Another
Okay,
reason I
gotcha.
fucking lost, but... Yeah, I mean, that could be a decent fixture. And I know, fans of both clubs don't like to talk about this, but Crystal Palace versus Brighton is kind of a shithousery derby, so...
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Dean as an option. I do love Fabianski because I think United are just trash.
Trashford.
Bro, all my United friends in my WhatsApp groups were celebrating this 0-0 draw. Like it was a win.
It was a win. Come on. I mean, they're still ahead of you guys at the table, so...
Yeah. But really, do you really want to compare yourself with Chelsea as a marker of
Fine.
success? You know?
I guess, yeah. If you compare yourself with Liverpool, you hold the draw. I'd take that.
Yeah. Fodder's got 6.5 in a 2-0 loss. He's coming up against Villa, but that's away to Villa, at Villa Park. So
Yeah.
that could be a bloodbath, right?
Yeah, exactly. Trafford as well. At Fulham.
Yeah, that could be a bloodbath. Trafford away at Fulham.
I'm not sure I like that.
No. I know Fulham kind of had this 3-0 loss to Newcastle, but that was at St. James's Park. And then Jimmy got a straight red, so...
Yeah, it was all downhill after the red. I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, they should bounce back because, I feel like, what's his face? Vinicius.
Yeah, Vinicius could play. William didn't
Yeah.
start. They have people.
Yeah.
I think Andreas had a knock or something because he got subbed pretty early too.
Yeah.
I think they'll be fine.
Also, Bentley is back. What happened to Saw? Did you see any news about that?
No, I just think he might have been rotated or dropped, maybe.
Interesting. Very interesting. I
'Cause
wonder
I
if
think
there's...
Saw's fine.
Okay. Because I'm not seeing anything on like the Premier Injuries table or whatever.
Yeah, and he has no flag on Fantrax.
Wow. So just a pure drop. Wow, that's harsh, man.
Is
But
it?
I guess not. No.
Bentley didn't do well though, so.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So okay, Flappy, Petrovic, Dean. Who do you like the most? Because those are the ones we kind of like for this game.
I'm gonna go Flappy, then Dean, then Petrovic, because I don't think United could hit a fucking Bondo. So he might get like some save points and shit like that. I don't really trust us still. I know the fixtures are good, but it's still us. So that's why I put us last. So I'm gonna throw Dean in the middle of everything.
Interesting.
What about you?
I think I like Petrovic the most, but Wolves typically score. They didn't this game week against West Ham.
Yeah.
And I think that's the first time they didn't score in ages, right?
Mm.
But if it weren't Petrovic, I think I like Flappy next. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Dean last.
Cool. All right. Shall we move on to defenders?
Sure.
All right. Where should we begin?
Surely we start with Everton. Like, they're just clean sheet titans right now. Like, yo, we got so many calls right, by the way.
I hope people were keen on Keno.
Yo, Michael Keane, Patterson.
Did you grab anywhere? I grabbed in like 2 leagues.
I didn't. I grabbed Dan Byrne and had no space for anyone else.
Fair play. I mean, you won that by like 3 points.
Yeah.
31 versus 27. Yeah, I'm really happy with that Keane pick, but I'm pretty sure he's not gonna stay in that team.
No, yeah. Surely they go back to Branty.
Yeah. And I'd assume the same with Godfrey. Maybe was also like a bit of a stopgap.
I think so too. Yeah. Oh, Ben Davies did well.
Ben Davies.
Sorry, I went to Spurs all of a sudden. I was just going back to our shouts from last game. Trying to remember which ones we plugged that did well.
Who was it we plugged from last week? I can't remember, to be honest. We talked a lot about the Bournemouth boys.
We did, and Barney was doing decent.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
We'll never know what. Well, we don't know at the moment. Did he get 7.5 or didn't he? Right?
Yeah. What would have been like Adam Smith as well conceded 1.5. He could have gotten double assists in the last 5 minutes of the game, right? Surely. I mean, but before we move on from Everton completely, Nathan Patterson, by the way, came in for a Mikolenko that wasn't even in the squad.
Yeah.
So
worrying.
I saw that and I actually dropped Miko.
I think a few people I saw in the Discord did that same move. It made sense.
It paid off
because he didn't show up in the squad. Yeah, it paid off.
Yeah. That must be a concern, though. Surely.
I worry for Everton now, though. The fixtures get a bit harder. Like you would just think Spurs are going to score, right?
Yeah.
Which is their next immediate fixture. Then City right after that.
Yeah.
So I'd kind of leave them to kind of be streamers at this point. The Pattersons, I guess just Patterson really. I think Keane and Godfrey don't play again, so
yeah, agreed. Like I think if you have Patterson and you stuck with him, maybe hold on, but I would also, I don't know, I could, if there's news about Mikolenko that it was just maybe a rest or something like that, I wouldn't mind dropping Patterson, because like, to be honest, the only Everton defender that I'd want to be playing in these next 2 fixtures that you mentioned, like Spurs and City, is Tarkowski.
Right.
But I mean, speaking of the Bournemouth boys, like we were chatting a couple of minutes ago, like Zabarni, Kirkes, Adam Smith as well. Away to Forest. I don't know. Like I know Bournemouth are good and all that, but just like Forest need results. I think Forest need to bounce back a bit, and I always do think like home teams, you should back them a bit more than usual. So I'm kind of nervous to play a Bournemouth defender in this fixture. I mean, I say that, and look at what Bournemouth did away to Manchester United at Old Trafford.
Yeah, so Forest look kind of out of it these days. I don't know. I'm not that put off.
Yeah, I mean it's an okayish gamble still, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Fair. So I mean, okay, I'm assuming Senesi is over 40. So out of these three, are you
Barely
still
over
like
40, 44.
Yeah.
Out of those three, I think I'm still Zabarny, Adam Smith, Kirkez, or Adam Smith and Kirkez are pretty much even though.
Yeah. Yeah. But Zabarny got 5, Kirk has 4.5, Adam Smith 1.25. So I guess in that order, in that they kind of scored.
Right.
Yeah. Where do you want to go next?
I wanted to talk about Newcastle, yo. That injury did not look too good for Cher. He pulled up and so Kraft came on, not was it later on? Can't remember when it came on. Or was it immediately? No, it was immediately, right?
Yeah.
To replace Cher. But they kind of shifted because Trips was suspended. But Kraft looked lively, yo.
Yeah. And scored 17.5 points.
Yeah. I don't think he's necessarily going to get much playing time in the next few because Trips gets back. But not a bad option. Like I'd wait the lineups. If he's there, I'd grab.
Yeah. Away to Luton?
Yeah. I'm annoyed we didn't get to properly assess Luton and Bournemouth this game week, man.
Yeah.
But I think okay, yes, it is a worry. Luton at home are good.
But again, this could be like a moot point, right? Kraft might not play.
Yeah, I doubt he plays, but if he does play, I think he'll be attacking and bombing forward again. So I wouldn't mind the ghosties or trying for ghosties at least.
Yeah, I mean 3 key passes, 3 accurate crosses into the box.
Yeah.
Pretty good stuff.
Where next?
Man, Nico Williams. I know we just mentioned Forrest, but I punted on this kid because I was like worried he was gonna get a start or whatnot. And I saw him in the lineup versus Spurs, and I think I mentioned in one of our chats, like I do expect them to score. Like I expect Spurs to score, but I didn't expect like a bloodbath. And annoyingly enough, the goal that got ruled out for Forest was a Nico assist.
And yeah, I think you told me he had a good chance at the end of the game as well.
Yeah. I didn't get to watch a lot of football. I need to catch up on like match of the day stuff. Because I was just busy with like family Christmas prep shit. Like
Yeah.
But yeah, I heard Nico had a good chance to score, and yeah, it's kind of annoying. But I mean, after conceding 2 goals, and still managing to get like just under 5 points, like I wasn't upset. Like he still helped me crawl over the line to get a win in one of my leagues. So
Fair.
also 7 tackles won. I feel like he might end up showing up in our data dump. I don't know all the numbers for the game week, but yeah.
Fair.
And Bournemouth, he's at home to Bournemouth. I kind of still like that fixture. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Bournemouth still do look pretty much a threat, but who knows?
Yeah.
Wolves boys. So
Yeah.
Eight Nouri's back. He made the bench.
I saw that. Yeah.
He's only 9% owned, and he was putting up a lot of key passes before he got that injury.
Yeah, he was basically playing like a midfield position, right?
Kind of, and I think he was taking corners, right?
Yeah, he was. But Neto should be back soon, so...
Fair. Chelsea not the easiest of fixtures, but
yeah, it's
I
not.
wouldn't mind a defender who goes okay. So like a Kilman or a Nuri.
Yeah, I mean they conceded 3 to West Ham, and Kilman still got 5 points.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we know like either him or Craigie Dawson usually goes the best, but I think it just seems like Kilman is the more safe, like the safer pick. Let's call it.
Right.
I think Sarabia also had a goal ruled out, and it was a Semedo assist. So I mean, if you want a bit of upside from there, you can go Semedo. But I think given their results, I might avoid that one. Also, I think that's the final game for that game week, right? Because it's the Christmas Eve fixture and stuff like that.
Okay,
so
okay.
maybe you can look here if you badly need a defender because everyone else has, gone bench or some shit has happened earlier in the game week. So this could be like one of those nets to kind of rely on.
Yeah, fair point. Good defensive fixture, Fulham against Burnley.
Yeah, it is.
It does look like an enticing one.
Yeah.
The likes of Castagna, Tosin, still under 40%. Bassi as well, I guess. Is he back? I know he was out. If you had to rank those guys, where would you?
So I'm just looking. I'm seeing Calvin Bassey with a broken red flag. I don't think he played this game. Yeah.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So Castani only got 60 minutes. He got 0 points. After conceding once. So I'm assuming the other 2 goals came after he was on the pitch. So I don't know. The minutes situation is a bit worry. So Bassi's injured. So I guess the only option is Tosin. Tosin got like negative 1.25 after conceding the 3. So still ghosting okay. So I think I'd go there. And also we've seen his ability to get a goal on a set piece, right?
Right.
So yeah, I think Tosin would be the safe pick right there. It's a shame that like Anthony Robinson, we can't talk about him because this motherfucker got 10 points.
Yeah, I know. What the hell was that? But
7 interceptions, bro.
he also almost caused a pen.
Yeah.
But ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, like their fullback options I think are highly owned. Like even Tete is over 40. So yeah, I mean, I think Tosin's a great punt, to be honest.
Possibly Diop if Diop still plays. I don't know.
Yeah,
because he played this game week. Got 0 after the 3. But yeah, Tosin's more nailed, like you'd expect.
Yeah, I mean Diop could be one of those like you're matching Adara Bioyo or matching a Robinson pick. So
fair.
Where else?
United boys. Varane and Evans was the pairing. I guess it's Evans and Reguilon that are very lowly owned. I don't really want to talk about them, but I think we should.
Well, Varane is 41% owned, so
yeah, even Varane is like right at the cutoff.
Yeah, Evans is like 4%, but like okay, Evans got the clean sheet 9.25. So
I know, which is
do you really want
anything.
to? Yeah, we shouldn't talk about him. So let's talk about Varane.
That's what I was gonna say. Out of all of them, I definitely want Varane the most. 15 clearances, man.
So was it just Liverpool being shit?
They had a lot of work to do. No, United were just under siege all game. Yes, bad decision making from Liverpool, Darwin especially, and not taking their chances. But they also have put up no big chances. So I think the United defense deserves some credit. But it was a battering, man. Onana had a great game. Yeah, I think the fact that they didn't let a single big chance come from a team like Liverpool is a plus.
Yeah. Also, Dallo got sent off in the last second of the match,
Yes.
so
2
is
yellows
that
for dissent, the same dissent.
wow? Man pulled a
but-
Lewis dunk, yes.
But I think Wan Bissaka's a like for like a replacement, and well, not like for like, but a decent, better defensive replacement.
Yeah.
I'm still keen on the defense despite being at West Ham. I'm not sure what Maguire's status is, but if he's fit, he'll come right back in, you'd think. So it really is Varane, right?
Yeah, Maguire still has a broken red flag. I mean, Varane could be a pick, but kudos, yo.
True. Or Bowen.
Yeah.
Players on form.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not that confident about the clean sheet, but I mean there might be something, but I don't know. For me, I personally, I'm just gonna maybe avoid that United defense, because like surely no way was anyone starting Varane versus like Liverpool. Like you had to have like no options left. Like all of your options were injured or missing, suspension, some sort of shit like that. Like come on.
Maybe. Or a postponed game when you're just scrambling facets. But yeah.
Yeah, possibly, to be honest, even that.
Okay. I mean, we mentioned Ben Davies. He's still under 40. I'd grab him just because he goes fairly well. Not necessarily for the Everton fixture, but he has a decent-ish run.
Yeah, I mean, I do expect Everton. I believe Everton can score against them.
Same.
So you're like purely relying on some ghost points and stuff. Like he got 13.5 with a clean sheet, which isn't the worst,
Yeah, exactly.
but it's better than what Evans did. So
Okay, last one I just want to touch on, just because Sheffield is the opponent and it's Villa back at home. Diego Carlos.
yeah. He ghosted okay, even though he lost the clean sheet, I think.
Yeah, I'm now trying to find him and pull him up. Matty Cash started again. He got 3 points, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
So
well,
Matty
that was not
Cash
ghosting
started.
okay, so. But I mean, he got more than Matty Cash. Fucking hell.
Yeah, yo. I mean, minutes are the worry there too. He's only gonna get like how many minutes? I forget, but 60 some minutes.
Yeah, he got pulled off around the 61st minute, from what I remember.
Yeah. What's nuts was Moreno finally gets his chance because Dean's suspended. Gets that game, gets the goal,
Yeah.
gets the win. Man, what a story. Glad for him. Glad for the managers who held the fate,
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, okay. I'm not that keen about anybody else on the list here.
Well, I mean, speaking of defenders that got goals, a player that we kind of... I mean, I called you during the day and we were like, are we going to do anything about Rico Lewis?
No, yeah, but so... yeah, he had a good game, fine. But nobody likes City defenders for ghost points, right?
No, they don't.
When last have they kept a clean sheet?
Yeah, fair.
When last have they gotten a win? So uncommon for City.
Who is City playing next? City are playing... no, who is City playing next? Oh, City have a blank. So, yeah, why are we even talking about
Right,
it?
exactly.
I just thought of goal and I was like, I feel like we should talk about this kid again.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is there anyone else under 40? I mean, what about the Chelsea boys? Barry came back in, got 14.5.
Yeah, Buddy's doing well. Definitely worth it. The rest I'm not that keen on.
Okay, cool. Then let's move on to midfielders.
Sure.
Where should we start?
I'm just going to start with Kamara, because that flick was great, but then I think he got a red card. So
Yeah. I saw that.
man, but that assist was great.
So
Okay,
I mean, this is another one of those situations where last game we were talking about Douglas Luiz was missing, Dino was missing, that sort of stuff. So, no, I guess Douglas Luiz has a position to kind of fill. But
true.
who takes that vital CDM position?
Ramsey was back, like you said, right? I don't know. Maybe they shift
Donker?
Louise. Oh, true. Louise plays deep. I don't know.
Or maybe they stick Super John McGinn in there.
Maybe. Or maybe they
I'm-
just don't roll out the back three and kind of change it
Yeah,
up a bit.
I'm sure Emery will figure some shit out. So,
For sure.
but I mean, if you were like kind of secretly stashing Kamara, like I think you can easily drop him. He's like a streamer,
Yeah.
steady Eddie sort of
Yeah.
value, right? So,
Exactly. I still am keen on my Luton boys. Barkley, Townsend. Hemi Townsend. Doughty got the assist, but Barkley wasn't doing horribly. I think he had 4.5 before the game paused. I still think, well, and they're back at home, right? So I think there's more value to come out of them now with this next fixture. Yes, Newcastle's tough, but I'm not against that.
and I mean, even though Newcastle lost Shar, they got Dan Burn, tall
Yes.
ass defender. So
Burn had a great game, man.
is he gonna keep out all those crosses that Luton love to put in?
I don't know.
That's what I'm wondering. And like, isn't Botman back soon? I don't know if he's gonna make this game
Botman
though.
started. I mean, not started. Botman came
Botman's
off
on the bench, right? Yeah.
He came off. He played. So
So that's the thing. What if both of them start? I feel like that defense is back to being fucking solid again, bro.
yeah, but you lose share. I don't know.
Oh, I'm a little nervous about punting on your boys. Are you gonna roll out any of them in your leagues?
I'm gonna play Doughty.
Okay.
I like Doughty that much.
Okay. Fair.
Barkley's a
I mean,
consideration.
he like Doughty's still ticking along with the attack and returns.
That's it, right?
Yeah. So I don't blame you at all.
Um.
I mean, we could talk
Onana
about
had it.
we could talk about Newcastle since we've mentioned
Oh
them.
yeah. Okay.
Miley with his first
I
goal.
think. Yeah. I think he made like the top 10 youngest goal scorers.
Yeah. Saw that.
Good goal. He's got an assist, I think, in Champions League, right?
Yeah.
So he's been getting involved a lot more. Crazy for a 17-year-old kid, this much composure.
I noticed he only played 53 minutes though.
Yeah, he didn't start.
Okay, interesting. So, I mean, they've been flogging everyone in that fucking squad, so it's no surprise even the kids need a rest every once in a while.
Yeah, I think it was Joelinton went off, right? I don't think it's a long-term injury,
Mm-hmm.
but I think Miley needed a rest. I'd expect if Joelinton doesn't make it, Miley plays, so...
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I saw Longstaff came back into the reckoning as well. Played 90 minutes, 7.5. Another one of those steady eddies, but he's got that attacking return potential in him.
That's it. He had like 3 maybe really good chances to put in a goal.
Yeah.
He was either shooting right at the goalkeeper or didn't react quick enough, but definitely was in the right places.
Yeah.
The chef, I think it was 5 points before the game got called off. I mean, unexpectedly, I think he would do better in tougher games where he has more to do.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing that well against Luton up until late on.
You had him this game week, right?
I had him. I'm not against the 5 points. I think it would have probably gone up to like maybe 8. I would have been happy with that steady Eddie range.
Yeah.
I think he might deliver a bit more versus Forest, maybe.
Yeah. I don't mind the punt. I don't mind the pick. I don't mind the play. Like you said, Forest are struggling, so it's a good fixture.
Yeah. Right, I was talking about Onana. Onana had his goal today.
Yeah, he did.
Towered over everybody, but he looks hungry, man.
Mm.
I don't know how he's been doing last few weeks, but today he looked like
A man on a mission.
yeah, definitely that.
Yeah.
Both bananas, really.
Yeah, I mean, both of those, like his last two games were just 45-minute appearances, right?
Right.
So maybe he's just trying to do his best while he's getting his minutes. He got the full 90. But like you said, the goal, 20 points. It's a good fucking haul, man.
Yes.
It's against Burnley though, which is showing like you kind of just play against Burnley. Like
agreed.
so
Fine.
we could talk about Tom.
Yeah, exactly. Kearney, I benched this game week in favor of Harry Wilson. I think Kearney was did better. What was it, 5.5 points?
Yep, 5.5. And Harry got 3.
3, yeah. So both played, which hadn't been happening before, but I'm liking Kearney recently. The minutes are now a worry. I think it goes down from here because they're just in this busy period. But I also don't know how they're going to shape up with the loss of Raul. But I mean, if Kearney is playing, while he's playing, I'm happy to keep.
Yeah, I think you can maybe play any Fulham midfielder. But I mean, Tom is like the only one that's under 40 that's on form sort of thing. So
yeah,
if he starts, I like that play as well. Because I'm sure there's like a lot of managers out there with a bunch of Man City midfielders and stuff, right?
Right.
So popular team not playing this game week, you want to be going after assets that have the potential upside.
Agreed. I don't really want to talk about any Sheffield mids versus Villa at Villa.
Even
Villa
James McAtee?
So I guess he should be more highly owned than 12%.
Yeah, I was quite pleased with his 5, including a yellow card versus Chelsea, man.
Yeah. It's not disappointing. I just feel like they're better streamer picks this game week.
Yeah.
Because Villa at home are just that good.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, maybe I need to not be stubborn about it like this game weekend. Because, I mean, McAtee, I wouldn't say is like a stash.
No, yeah, I think he's streamable.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, if
Good
it's just 12% rostered, right?
Yeah.
Clearly everybody else thinks so too.
Yeah, really good point. Yeah.
I guess, who do we want to go next? I'm not that keen on anyone left on the list.
Like none of the Palace boys.
No.
None of the Brighton boys.
Speaking of Palace, good for them. They got Eze back.
Yeah, I saw he came on the pitch for like a minute, but Olise took the pen while he's on the pitch.
Olise took the pen.
I'm
Weird
assuming though
one.
that's like a fitness thing.
Maybe. I think towards the extreme end. I actually didn't see the game, but I watched highlights and I saw Eze had a pop-out goal at the very end. Don't think
And
he
they
did
didn't
anything
count
much.
my points?
No, he missed. He was wide.
Oh.
It was just a wild shot, but
Yeah. So I know we're not supposed to talk about Brentford players, but yo, Damsgaard played and got 11.5 in 67.
yeah, we did talk about him, right? Like we plugged him.
But man, I don't want that pain again in my life. Like
Yeah. At least this time, don't spend 5 on it, and you're good.
Yeah. I mean,
go for it.
like I know you don't want to talk about Palace and stuff like that, but Schlupp got like 9 points
Did he?
versus City. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know. But like you said, if both Eze and Olise are somewhat back, like I feel like everyone else's production could potentially be at risk, even minutes wise. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
it goes
Schlupp
up. You play with better players, your points get better. Like
Could do. Eze is kind of that steady Eddie range, like.
yeah, with a bit of upside because he does.
Did I just say Eze?
Like a
I meant
puppet goal.
Schlupp. Obviously, I meant Schlupp.
Oh, Schlupp. Yeah. My name's Jeff.
Yeah. um, okay, any love for Edson Alvarez, João Gomes? Those are the last two, I guess.
No. I mean, Bellegarde is even 10% owned, but I don't trust him to be nailed. That's the problem.
Same.
Yeah. So I think we could just move on to forwards.
All right, let's do it. It's a shame we can't talk about Godos or KLP this game week.
Yeah.
Because they have the blank. But
you mentioned KLP last pod, and I think I shot on you for it.
yeah. I'm glad for it, man. Like, he didn't do that well, right? 11.5 only with a goal.
With a goal, yeah. So he's just telling us, no, not a good score, no game this game week. Let's just, talk about a different team.
Correct. So I want to talk about, we were just speaking of them, Palace.
Yeah.
Man, Mateta.
Oh, what a haul. Best forward this game week.
Yo, and like, he's hungry. He rushed in to get that pen. Like, Foden didn't even see him coming. He looks like a player. He looks like, he's getting his chance in the squad. I'm going to make this count. I'm going to earn this spot.
Are you worried, though, with a goal and an assist, it was 22.5?
Partially, but the opposition is tough, right? They didn't have that much of the ball, so I think it goes up.
And this was his first 90-minute game since October 7th.
Yeah, that one. Well, so Edward's still broken red flag. I don't know if he's back in time.
Good point.
If he is, then I would worry. But for now, I'm keen on Matata, and I will be wavering for him.
Okay, fair. I mean, it's not like Bryson keep clean sheets, so.
Exactly.
Your boy, Adebayor minus the R.
Yo, he had 3 and 3. I don't know if they'll ever count this one, but
it's another one of the picks that you shouted, so.
Yeah, so Dowsy, great corner, Adebayor, sorry, popped up again. I think he's confident right now. I think he's on form. You can't really go against that. Like, yes, the fixture is difficult, so I probably won't play him even if I do grab him. But I think he's kind of with a stash at the moment. If the form dips, then he's streamable again, and then it's fine.
Yeah, I think I'd still leave him on the waiver wire, stream it if I badly need a forward, because it's the Newcastle team. It's just because he comes up against Newcastle.
So McBurney back in.
From
suspension, I guess.
Odeberg got like 9 points. Brun Larson got 7 points.
Oh, I said McBurney and you went
to
McBurney.
Okay. I heard Burnley.
No, it's all good. So, Brun Larson was taking some corners. Brun Larson looked good. It's a shame J-Rod did not look good. I mean,
and
he only got
Lyle is
45
back.
minutes. Yeah. Lyle took the next 45. So, I think the J-Rod time has come to an end.
Yeah, I think you are right, sir. And Lyle got 3 in his 45, J-Rod 2 in his 45. So, which one do you really want if you want one?
Fair. I kind of liked what I saw from Brun Larson. I didn't look at much of the game, but he looked active, yo.
I mean, it's an okay fixture for them if Burnley were to get something.
Right? Yeah.
So I don't mind that shot at all. Like, he does, like, he's shown in the past, like, Brun showed, like, he can ghost. It's just, again, it's the minutes concern. That's the only concern for me.
Correct. Yeah, so McBurney, who I was talking about, back from his suspension, I think he put up a few aerials.
Yeah, he got, like, 5
8
in
aerials.
66 minutes. Yeah.
But think
it's the away to Villa fixture, like you were saying, right?
Yeah, true. So I guess we do avoid now. I think McBurney's worth a stash because of his ability to ghost.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. The fixture stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if you're like, a person that stashes like a J-Rod or something like that, like I think swap with McBurney at this point.
True. Yeah.
But I mean, speaking about like the Burnley boys and all that, like Carlos Vinicius, because Jimmy is going to be missing.
Yeah. Coming up against Burnley. Good point.
Yeah. I think that's a player you should definitely eye up as a stream just for this game week sort of play.
Yeah,
but
I like it.
Wait, Jimmy's out for 3 games then?
Should be 3, I think.
So yeah, I would think Vinicius is then a solid play for 3.
That's it. Surely they have it up on his broken red flag. Well, his yellow flag.
Yeah. What did Jimmy get like -6 or something for managers this game week?
Yeah, it was jokes. -5.5 or something.
Imagine opening him and Ederson in a league.
Oh no, 11 point down to come back with 9 players left. Jeez,
that would have been a brutal one. Yeah. There's no one really left. Because I wanted to talk about Sinis, but fucker got benched again, so...
Yeah. I think we kind of have to wait and see what they do with this Bournemouth game, but... So if they happen to have a midweek game and then a game on Saturday, it could be he gets some time at some point.
Yeah.
But... I'm not against it, but he is... You have to wait on lineups kind of thing. You don't need to waiver him.
Yeah. But I mean, again, like, just like looking at form tables and stuff like that. But yeah, I feel like that's all the kind of options available to talk about. Like,
yeah.
There's no one really else, and it just seems like there's like just a couple of picks at forwards, a handful of midfielders, and defenders. Again, is always one that you could possibly stream the easiest sort of thing. But like going at like form tables and stuff like that, like. Bottom 4 last 4 games are Luton, Sheffield, Crystal Palace, Forest.
Right.
So I mean, maybe these are the teams that you kind of target. It's surprising that Burnley's not in that bottom 4 of a form table or whatever.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah. Sure. Because Burnley, like last 4 games, they had a win, a draw, 2 losses, scored 6, conceded 4, earned 4 points. Whereas like Luton and all of them would have earned 3 and less. So I mean, there's not a far reach between them, right?
Right. Okay.
But if you want to compare like teams that are not doing or doing as badly as Burnley, sort of thing, is like Burnley, Brighton, Wolves, Manchester United, Brentford, Luton, Sheffield, Crystal Palace, Forest.
Gotcha.
Right. So if we're going on that, like play your Fulhams, right? Like we talked about. For Brighton, player Palace players sort of thing. Wolves player Chelsea players. United player West Ham players. For Brentford, player Villa players. Player Newcastle players versus Luton Town.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
We mentioned Forest. I do want to throw one more name, I guess.
Who's
Elanga.
That? Okay.
Elanga got... What is his roster? Oh, he's way too heavily owned.
Yeah.
He got
the offside goal though, right? So
yeah, and he ghosted well, 7.5. Okay, fine. I'll throw out a different name. I told you this guy no longer had a broken red flag. Danny Welbs came off the bench, got 10 minutes. He was
on the bench, yeah.
Got 1 fantasy point. I think that's more than Ferguson did. So I grabbed him because he was still a red flag to put in an IR spot. Nkunku's back off my IR, so I just needed a spot to put in the IR.
Yeah.
I put Welbs there, but if he gets a start, I am actually considering playing him.
Interesting. Wow. I mean, like, based on form alone, like, playing against Palace isn't a bad shout at all.
Exactly. It's really the fixture.
Yeah. Not bad. Well, I just feel weird about starting punty picks in the first game of the game week. Because then you gotta stare at that fucking score for like all of Thursday night until Friday night, like.
And then Friday's only one game, so you're probably still staring at it.
Exactly, until Saturday. So
Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
fair. I don't know. I'll see the team sheet when it comes out and be like, yeah, let's do it, guys. Oh, great, he got me 0 again.
All right. But those are the picks, and that is the pod. A bit of a longer one.
Yeah, for a waiver pod, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, guys, hopefully we'll get a regular pod out for you guys as well. But if not, again, come join the Discord, come ask us questions. Happy to help you out there. But until next time.
Sure.
Peace.